Well, hello Capricorn. My name is Maria Gaian. I'm from Wild Fox Alchemy and I am here to do your June 2021 monthly reading for business and finance. Let's get stuck in, shall we? I'm using the Spirit Song Tarot. It's my favourite. I am an intuitive business coach. I am a clairaudient and tarot card reader and green witch. And I work to help women to manifest their dream abundant business. And through my soul healing, I help people banish the blocks to their business success. Blocks such as fear of visibility, confidence issues, self-esteem, procrastination, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome. You name it, I can help you with it. Now, this is my very first reading for you, Capricorn. I hope it won't be my last. Now, it sometimes takes me a little while to shuffle the cards here. So if you want to fast forward, you can, no judgment. Or you can take the opportunity to just chill a little for a minute. Think about what your intentions are for your business for this month. What do you want to manifest? What things are holding you back from the success that you want? What would you like guidance with? Whoops! Oh, I've got so many jumpers. Keep getting these jumpers. There's a lot of energy in this room today. Now, I will warn you, this last few readings have been incredible. I've had little orbs flying around that I have no explanation for. I didn't see them as I was doing the readings, I just turned up on the camera afterwards. I've had numerous reverse cards. And they've been quite challenging readings, to be honest, so we'll see what comes out this time, whether we've got uprights or reverse cards this time. Let's see what we've got for you, Capricorn. Right, what I'll do is we'll turn the cards over, we'll have a general look at each one, then we'll read the cards as a whole, and at the same time I will be given messages from Spirit. And sometimes the messages that traditionally go with the tarot cards may not be what Spirit gives me. I'll just warn you that now. And sometimes, depending on who's giving me the messages, they can be a little bit coarse. I'll just say that. Right, what have we got? We've got, this is you, this is your theme for the month of June. It's the Four of Acorns, comfort and community. This is the Walrus. That's a nice card, actually, some nice energy to start this with. It's about feeling stable, comfortable, you know, quite happy energy there. This card represents your present, which is the Ten of Shells in reverse. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Okay, so we'll see where that is. That's an emotional card. We've got, I think that's the crane. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's a crane. Your challenges, your obstacles, the Nine of Shells. There's a lot of emotional stuff going on, isn't there? Again, that's in reverse. Then we've got the root of your problem, or what's going on in your subconscious mind. Things that may not be actually obvious to you, because they're not conscious thoughts, they're just in the back of your mind, they're subconscious thoughts, and they can be little buggers at controlling what you do and what goes on around you. We've got Temperance for what needs healing. Now, this card is usually about your distant past. It's usually about a wound that you've got that has bearing on how things are working out now. And it could be something that happened to you as a tiny child, but yet your subconscious has clung to the belief or the fear or the limiting thought, and it affects how you create things now. and these things generally need healing. You may not even realise why you have these wounds or these thoughts, but they're just there. The last 3 to 6 months, your recent past, is the Justice card. You've had a bit of a mixed bag going on, haven't you? This theme of comfort and community and security and feeling stable, I think will be a good thing for you, because it looks like to me you've had a bit of emotional upheaval. Things haven't gone quite the way that you've thought. In your near future, this is a marvellous card. You've got the King of Feathers. He stands for logic and justice, but he also stands for you for your mental clarity, for truth, for healing. So that's a really good card. Your environment, your external environment, you've got the Four of Crystals. Again, we've got control, we've got security. I do feel like this is quite, things are going to be quite stable and secure around you. This stability there's a lot of fours here. There are a lot of fours, and you've got nearly all of them. We'll see what comes up next. Your conscious mind, we've got the Three of Acorns. This is what you're consciously focusing on, or what you should consciously focus on for this month. Foresight and exploration. So that's a nice card. We've got the Knight of Feathers, action and focus in your hopes and fears. That can sometimes be a little bit complex, your hopes and fears. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it can feel a little negative. But don't worry, it shouldn't be. The Ten of Feathers is your potential outcome if you follow the energies in these cards and you take action accordingly. That is a brilliant card. The Ten of Feathers, I love it. It's about recovering, transformation. It's about healing. It's about shedding your skin, getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. And I feel that that's really important to you this month. I do feel that's really important. So let's look at this as a whole. We've gone through each card. Excuse my squeaky chair. I try not to move, but every now and again I do, and it squeaks and it's horrid. So we start to look at this as a whole. The Walrus. This is a guy who enjoys the results of his hard work. He is quite prosperous. He's doing quite well for himself, thank you very much. And he feels stable, he feels quite relaxed. It's a time for celebration. This month, this overarching energy for this month is really good for you, Capricorn. It's really promising stuff. A lot of the stuff that is iffy, for want of a better word, has been in the present and in the past. All of these are upright and really positive cards. So I feel like things are really turning up for you now. This is going to be a good month. It could be quite a pivotal month. Now, I've mentioned this before in the other readings that I've done for everybody else this month about this Saturn-Uranus clash on the 14th of June. It's simple terms. In simple terms, it is a time for lasting transformation. And I see transformation in this reading for you. That we're going to get rid of all this mess, and there's going to be this wonderful transformation at the end of it. There's going to be a lot of feeling of stability and comfort. You're going to feel fresh and new, rejuvenated. I think it's going to be a really good month for you. Really, really good. So we come back to this present. Let's just have a look at the present. And we've got the Ten of Shells. So what's been going on emotionally for you? Something's been going on emotionally, hasn't it? Because the shells are all about emotions. He's the Pelican. I'm sure I got it wrong when he came out. He's the Pelican. And again in reverse. So this card is actually telling you that it is time to step away and recharge, actually. That something or somebody has been stressing you. that there's been a lot of conflict, some arguments, some misunderstandings going on, but they're going to come to an end. You need to just take some time away to just regroup and just get settled and calm down. Because as I say, this thing's going to pass. There's nothing really for you to worry about. What's interesting to me is that we've got the 9 of shells in reverse as your challenge or possible obstacle. Now, this is about delays. It's about complacency. It's about errors. It's about just a lot of mess that's going on that has stressed you the hell out. And really, you don't want it. You just want to calm down now. You just want to just let it all go. Which is understandable, because I almost feel I get like a pain in my chest and like a tightness in my throat when I think of this stress that you've had. That, you know, something or someone has really, really pushed your buttons and just taken you to the end of your tether. That's what I've just been told. The 10 of shells brought you to the end of your tether. But it's going to get better. I think it's going to get better. We come then to the 4 of shells, which is this, what's going on in your subconscious mind. And this is obviously upright. The keywords are soul searching and reevaluation. Reflection and refocus. Subconsciously, you know that you need to step away from this. You need to reflect and you need to change a few things. Things are not going the way that you perhaps expected them to. Your systems need looking at, is what I've just been told. Check your systems and evaluate them. The thing is, I get these little messages. Sometimes I pause, and it's not that I've gone to sleep or anything, it's because I'm listening. What I was just told about was make sure that you've not put systems in place that cause you more stress than they solve. Because sometimes organising a system or having a system because you think you should have it, because everybody else has it, that can cause more stress. Maybe it's something that you can do without, actually. But yes, you know now. The whole message here is telling you to take a step back and reevaluate. This is a very similar reading, actually, to Sagittarius. They got the bear, the hibernating bear, and they've had a very similar sort of time in that things have been pretty stressful, and it's time for them also to just take a step back and regroup. But that was different cards. Yeah, you know you need to do this soul searching. Subconsciously, you know you need to do it. You've perhaps not really made the time to do it. This month is the time to do it. Basically, it's the time for you to get on with that. Now, what needs healing? We've got Temperance. Every time I have had Temperance this month, it has been in reverse. It's an absolute joy to find it upright. This is about finding balance and recognizing challenges as an opportunity for growth. It's about finding clarity. Now, I feel like in the distant past you perhaps haven't had much cooperation, you haven't had much balance, you haven't had much harmony going on. That this is something that you know you want, but for whatever reason you struggle to get it. And I've just been put in mind, I'm getting messages thick and fast on this reading. It's hard to keep up. I just got the words adrenaline junkie. And what Spirit means by that is that when we're young children, if we live in an abusive household, or, you know, a place where people are arguing all the time, or there's always discord, we tend to be on high alert all the time. And Spirit says some of you are on high alert all the time. And so when it comes to this comfort and community, it's alien to you. You feel the need to keep moving forward all the time so that you don't have to stop and think. You don't have to stop and reevaluate anything. You don't have to stop and look at your strategy, because it's easier to just keep pushing forward. because that's how you've always been. You've got all this adrenaline from when you were a child, and you become almost addicted to it. So you can create drama, you can create the need to keep pushing forward in order to maintain the levels of adrenaline that you're used to. When that adrenaline level drops, it can be really difficult. And I understand that because it's happened to me. The drop in adrenaline comes as a shock to the system. You find you can't relax. It's not really easy for you to relax. And that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting now with this, that the wound that needs healing is for you to allow yourself to relax and reevaluate. You're going to need to train yourself. People that have lived in those sorts of circumstances, or even, Spirit's just said to me now, it doesn't have to be a childhood thing actually. It can be that you've worked in a very high energy environment. Perhaps a business where you've had to be on high alert all the time. You know, maybe an ER doctor or you know, I don't know, an advertising agency where everything has to be done yesterday. And now you're running your own business and it's kind of, it feels really slow to you. You don't need to run around like that, but you run around like that anyway. Wear yourself out, when really what you need to be doing now is just calming yourself down a little bit and just take some time to reevaluate the situation in a calm and temperate manner. So that it doesn't feel like you're just running around. You need to learn to not run around like that anymore. Learn to be calm, learn to relax, try some meditation. Now, we get to the recent past, the last 3 to 6 months, and again I feel like this has been a rough time. There's been, you know, some odds and sods going on here that have it's just made you feel stressed, really stressed. So we're looking now at feeling imbalanced. Perhaps actually feeling like something has happened that was not fair. That there's been a lack of justice. That perhaps whatever's been stressing you, it's upset you really because it's not your fault and you don't feel like you deserve what's been happening. You've put your all into this and then all this shit's hit the fan and it's just not fair. It doesn't feel like you deserved any of it, and I don't believe you did deserve any of it. I think there's definitely, you know, some people that have not behaved perhaps in the most impeccable manner, and they've brought all this stress upon you, and now you're trying to work it all out and try and work out how to fix all this when really you don't feel it's fair that you should have to. Okay, so your conscious focus has been on the 3 of Acorns. You're trying to create something really marvellous. It's about your passion, your energy and your drive. This card, the Acorns, it's all fire, wands. You've been feeling quite fired up. What you really want is here in this card. Now, again, this is about self-confidence, it's about self-development, it's about exploration. What I love about Giraffe and this card is that Giraffe has this big long neck and he sees things from a very different perspective than the rest of us who are just a normal height. So this giraffe sees opportunities. It's quite a happy beastie as well, you know. It feels really positive. I think throughout all this you've consciously tried to stay positive. You've tried to explore new opportunities. You're looking for new opportunities. You want to make a success of things, which, you know, comes back to this feeling so unfair because, you know, you're doing your absolute best. That's what you're focusing on. You want to create something amazing, and you just feel like it's 3 steps forward and 2 steps back at the moment. There's always something getting in the bloody way of it, and you're a bit fed up, which, you know, I think is absolutely fine. But then we get all interesting now, you see, because we're going to look at your near future. and what I feel is coming in for you this month. Now, Lion is a guy, he's about logic and justice. He's in his upright though, and I feel like he is going to right this wrong. This is about logic, fairness. It's about truth coming out. It's about not letting emotions get in the way either. So, you know, let's be honest. Business is about, you know, your head mostly and your logic. But really, it doesn't stop there. We get a troll that trolls us and tells us how terrible we are, or how ugly we are, or how the last video we made is terrible. Or the product that we made is just dire and they want a refund. And it hits us in the heart. I don't think men suffer the same way that women do. Excuse my chair, it is so bad. I don't think they feel it the way that we do. But we do let our emotions bother us. Even with members of staff, you know, arguments with members of staff, it can be difficult. We can find it hard to actually just logically and factually deal with them because, you know, we feel emotional about it. We're women, we are emotional creatures. But this guy is telling you it's time. Deal with it factually, logically, fairly, and it's all going to come good for you. I think you can get everything that you want. You're going to get everything you want, but you need to think logically now and put all this mess of emotion out of the way, because there is, you know, there's quite a bit of emotion here. What we need is more fire. More fire, more feathers. And we've got that as we come towards the end of this reading. So we've got the Four of Crystals in your environmental surroundings. Now this can mean, you know, the people around you, your work environment, your home environment. This is Beaver building a nice, stable, solid foundation. Funnily enough, that last Sagittarius reading had Beaver spirit animal come out talking about building a solid foundation. This is such a similar reading in a lot of ways. This guy is telling you that your success is coming. There's going to be a lot going on around you that is building up to your success. I think this building a solid foundation is great advice. You know, retreat and think about how things are going to go moving forward for you. How you're going to logically deal with the problems that you've had. But you can do this. You can do this. You need to take some time to just reevaluate. There's a lot of talk here about reevaluation, exploration, but then at the same time we've got a lot of talk about balance, harmony, comfort, community, security, feeling really balanced now. And I feel like we're coming out of all this. All this is just going to be a blip, and you're going to move forward. We've got the Knight of Feathers in your hopes and fears. And this is Coyote, action and focus. This guy is about you thinking really quickly. A guy that just puts goals into action really fast. Communicates things, is definitely just an action taker completely. But I feel in this position, in this cross, that you're a little bit afraid of the action. You doubt yourself sometimes about what action you should take. And again, I'm just being drawn back to the King of Feathers again, where he was saying to you, do things logically, do not think from a place of emotion, think of a place of logic. And you need to do, the action you need to take is what is going to take you forward. Don't overthink it. You've got to have faith in yourself now and overcome your fear. You can deal with any roadblocks that come up. You are a problem solver. You are a warrior. And you can get through all this. Just don't overthink everything. Just plan. Be strategic. And just plan. Explore your options. And just plan out what you're going to do. And don't worry. Don't let a lack of faith or doubt stop you moving forward. Because you've got the Ten of Feathers there. You're going to shed your skin. out of this problem is growth. That's what I see. Growth and transformation. You will grow as a person. You will grow as a business owner. There aren't such things as failures or, you know, giant mistakes. They're all learning opportunities, and that's what I feel that whatever is going on here is. It's a learning opportunity. And it might seem stressful now. It might feel a bit rubbish, but in the end, you're going to feel comfortable.